Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I am really excited to bring you from Daisy May Design these adorable and whimsical stamps all about friendship and fun and not taking yourself too seriously. I can't wait to show you what I did with them, so come play with us. So this first set is called Gin O'Clock. It is so cute. Gals in a hot tub having a little cocktail. It says, some of the greetings are, if you have crazy friends, you have everything. And friends who play together, stay together. I thought that was adorable. Then we've got at the salon, the Gossip Girls, let's catch up, let's have a gossip. This one is hopping by. Just hopping by to say hi. And it got the old hippity hop. Do you remember those? I used to love my hippity hop. Time to relax. It's time to relax, pamper yourself. So cute in the salon. This one is cycling granny. Age is just a number. Look, no feet. And this one we've got yoga class. Turn that frown upside down and have you hugged yourself today. And the last one is born to shop. Born to shop, forced to work, shop till you drop. Shopping is cheaper than therapy. I agree. So these are adorable stamps. They were really fun to color. I did some coloring on them last night. I also wanted to kind of take the opportunity today to do some basic things on. I've had some questions about what do you stamp with, what inks do you use with the pens, those basic things. So I'm going to run through those really quick and then get to the cards. So I like to stamp on Hunky Dory Lightweight Essential Card Block. It's beautiful. It doesn't pill up when you're putting a lot of color on it and you're kind of scrubbing a little bit with your pens, doing your shading. It's a nice big thick block and it's really perfect for any size stamp I've had. I've never had a stamp, with all the stamping that we've done around here, I've never had one not fit on this block. So it's a great size. What do I stamp with as far as ink? Okay, well if I'm doing alcohol pens, which I primarily use, I like to use either Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad or alcohol proof by Finesse Spectrum Noir ink pad. Also, this one is in Noir Black. Both of these are great. They also both come in brown shades, so that's always nice to stamp with. I like this because, of course, it's a water-based ink and it's not going to react with the alcohol. So if you use something like StazOn ink, which is a permanent ink, and it would react with the alcohol in the pens and it would just be muddy and bleed all over the place. So you want something, think opposites attract. Opposites don't attract. There we go. And then what do I like to stamp with? I like to use the Misty. I think it's an essential tool if you're stamping, and if you're new to stamping, start with this. And as far as how we can buy pens, these are the Tri-Blend markers by Spectrum Noir. And I'll show you how to use those today if you're not familiar. You can buy them at Paper Wishes individually, okay, or you can also buy them by the pack like this. And it's an investment, but let me tell you, you get 24 pens in this pack, but really it's like getting 72 pens because each pen is 3 pens in one. And it's just brilliant. Every shade that you would need is in this pack. So I love it. I use this every single day. All right, so let's get to the cards. All right, so this first one is from that adorable Cycling Granny. Let me find that one right here. And I just did like a little bit of a cutaway with it. I even put some Dazzle, Happy Birthday Dazzle stickers in there. All of these items, I'm not gonna go through each pen color that I used today because it would just take too long. So if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, just look below the video. Below the video, you'll see the gallery. If you click on the gallery, you'll see pictures of the cards. Click on the card, and you'll see a whole list of supplies, and those lists are actual links. So it'll take you to the product page, so you'll know exactly which colors I used on every card. Below that, below the gallery, is also our products used, so you can look there if you're wanting to shop like a stamp or a particular pen or something like that. You can buy everything individually, or you can check out the Money Saver, which is on the right-hand side of the screen. All right, so for this one, I started off with a 5 by 6.5 inch card, cut away 2.5 inches, so I had a 2.5 inch flap here, and then I covered the outside of the flap from Dotted Duos number 2. I used this brilliant sort of aqua color, and I used the large size. This pack doesn't demonstrate that. I need to fix it. But on one side, you'll see very large polka dots like this. And then the other side of the same paper is the small size polka dots, okay? So I put the large size on the front and the small sides in back. Here's another tip. The part that I cut away from the card front, I just trimmed down and used it here on the inside. Put my little greeting there, and now I can write my message. I like to keep stamps. A lot of times I just square them off, or in this case rectangle them off, and then I like to color them and then color around the backgrounds. So what I use for that is some of our blender brushes here. This is a set of 4, and for the ink pads I like to use, this one's Arctic Mist. It makes a nice sky, and olive green. And so for the Arctic Mist, I'm just going to do this right on my card. A little tap, 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 and then, I don't have any paper to tap it on. Then I also like to tap off a little excess, and then just find a spot and just kind of spot color it like this, because it's gonna look like clouds behind our little individual. And if you have a tiny little space that you want to get into, you can use the smallest brush, okay? And as you know, I gotta wipe this off, my brush off, because I'm gonna use it again later, and I will probably get blue ink where I don't want it. All right, I've had a catastrophe a time or two when I've transferred ink the wrong color. And then the bottom, as I said, was just olive green. And then just a little dot, a little knot rather, of ribbon. I find that the dotted ribbon set works great with these Dotted Duos papers. Okay, that was a fun card. And then next, we've got the hot tub. Let me find that one for you. Here we go. So yeah, this one is called Gin O'Clock. So these stamps are from the UK, so you know, gin and tonic and gin is very popular there. I went ahead and colored it in with red wine, but hey, whatever your favorite cocktail is. So I used flowing ink 6x6 paper. This is new for us at Paper Wishes. This is a 6x6 card, also from Hunky Dory, available at Paper Wishes. Just covered it here with my paper. I chose a paper that had this one right here. If you could see, it had a little bit of lighter color on the edge, and that's where I just chose to stamp my greetings. So that worked out really well there. So where on this one, I just cut around it in a rectangle, trim that down with my paper trimmer. This one, I just used a little pair of scissors and just left a little bit of a white border and just kind of freestyled around the image. I even foam taped it after I was done coloring it. And then I added some little fun bubbles. These are called wishing bubbles, and this color is blueberry, and they're just self-adhesive. You just peel them off. They're 3-dimensional. They've got foam tape on them, and I just stuck those in little clusters of 2 around there just to continue the bubble theme in the hot tub. So that's a really fun card too. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, let's talk about skin tones and coloring those. Sometimes that can be a little tricky here. We all had different color skin tones. So on this one, I'm just gonna take this yoga one here and just do a little demonstration on how I colored different skin tones on this one. And so let's start. We've got the Fair Skin blend right here. Let's zoom in on this, Steve. And I like to start with the darkest shade. So as you can see here on this piece right here, this is how these Spectrum Noir tri-blend markers work. Here's the darker shade. Here's the medium or mid shade. And then we've got our light shade. So it gives you a sort of ombre effect there, and you notice when I'm finished with the light, I just go right back up into the dark and kind of that blends that all together. So that's how these brilliant little pens work. So I'm going to do, on one of these, I'm going to do a light skin and then a dark skin little character, and I'm going to start off with our darker shade here. And I really don't have any recipe as far as where I color the darker areas. I like to sort of get the cheeks, cheekbone areas, the collarbone right here, the little indent on the elbow, and then just above the fingers, I like to start there. All right, then I'm going to go to the lightest shade. And just going to start coloring in. And going right over that dark shade to kind of blend that. Okay, seeing where I'm doing here? All right, now I'm also coloring that neck, getting into that clavicle, getting into the chest area. All right, so now we're going down arms. Just gonna get that little crease in that arm. And going to the hand. All right, so now I'm going to go to the mid or middle, and I'd like to go just do a little bit darker color on the inside of the arm. Just like that. And then I like to use pale pink. This one is, yep, pale pink blend, the very lightest shade to do that open mouth, just a little bit. Let's do a little darker actually, because the skin tone is very light. There we go. So that's how you're getting that look right there. So let's try a darker look. So for this, I'm going to use earth brown and golden brown blend. So I'm going to start off with the medium. Same thing. I'm just going to kind of go here and kind of those little points where there's an obvious bend, I think. The ankle. Now I'm going to go to the darkest shade of the golden brown. Okay. And I'm just doing an outline there. Kind of just around the top edge of the feet, or the top part of the leg rather. Inside of the arms. And now I'm going to go to the golden brown, the lighter shade, because I can always make it darker. Nope, gonna have to go to the medium. I don't like that too light. Okay, we've got some fingers, they're kind of interlocking there. Going to that clavicle, neck area, chest isn't really a problem there. Okay. And then we can also just sort of mix that up, the lighter shade. And here, this is the lighter of the earth brown. Okay, I'm going to add some more over here. I'm going to go down here. So you can see I'm just kind of winging it. And I'm just going to be blending these two shades. There we go. to the lightest back to the earth brown, right around that cheek area. And I'm going to go back to the golden brown in that medium color. And then this one's kind of tricky because there's glasses, but I'm just going to kind of go in around the glasses. You could color them a different color. You could make them dark like sunglasses, but I'm just going to color them. Okay, now it's just a matter of blending, blending, blending. Now I'm going to go to the light shade, and now I'm blending. Oops, I went over the little necklace there. So that's okay, that necklace will just be like a nice colored necklace. We'll make it blue beads. Whoops, forgot one eye here. All right, and so now I can even go and I can take a darker shade of brown for hair. Like that, and go to the medium with this darker brown. There we go. And then we're going to go back to that pink color, that pale pink, the mouth, like that. And those beads are just driving me nuts. So we're going to go ahead and color those in. All right, I'm going to do a nice, I think, orange color for the beads. Oops, I'm really out of the way there. Okay. And then for hair color, we can also do golden shades for the hair color, back to this golden color. Starting out with a darker, and then going to the lighter. My pen is squeaking. All right. There we go. I'm going to get a different one. All right. So as you can see, it's just fun. It's fun to do blending and try to capture the skin tones of your friends or you, and you make that personalized. And that's the whole point, is to make it personalized. All right, so there's your little tutorial on that. This last card, boom, is this cute one about shopping, which I think is adorable. And for this one, I actually cut the image out. I used a tiny pair of scissors and I just went around. So remember, you can cut around it leaving a little white border, or you can just leave a large square or rectangle, or you can just be really careful and cut around that. So on this particular one, I used paper that is glittery to start with. And this particular paper pad is called French Blue Stardust Glitter Cardstock. And it's got the silver glitter that's embedded in it. It's not gonna come off on your hands. It's great stuff. And what I did with that was, I took a little bit of that and I went ahead and added some more color to it. I added Pixie Sparkles, which is this wonderful powder by Cosmic Shimmer. I'm just going to put a little bit on here to show you how it works. I liked it because I just wanted to add, well, frankly, it's because I colored my windshield in kind of a sky color, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to cut it out. And then I thought, oh, I don't want to cut my windshield out, and I wasn't sure what paper I would put it on. So I wanted something that was sort of that sky blue. So we've got the French blue, which worked. And then I wanted some sort of spattering to just make it really whimsical and colorful. So first thing I did was I started off by, I would normally put down a craft mat, so I better do that. Here's my craft mat. All right. And as I said before, you can find all of these items below our video at paperwishes.com and in the products used. And if you're watching us in YouTube, click on the link below the video and you'll find a link to paperwishes.com's webisode page. So I'm just going to moisten that with a little mist of water, and then you just puff, puff, puff. And you can use a lot, like I'm going to use a lot over here. Tap, 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 tap is a nice thing to do too. Or you can just really do it lightly. And because I've already misted it a little bit, it's not blowing away. And then you can do it really up close, or you can do it far away. So I'm going to put about 6 to 8 inches between me, the sprayer, and the paper. Okay, so that's just really lightweight. Light amount. Or you can really, really, really get a lot of water on there. And just let that puddle up and just let it dry just like that. And you can even speed it up by using a heat gun on that, and it'll just take off. All right, so that's a really great product and fun to use. So you guys, we've got a great money saver. Maybe we could zoom out a little bit, Steve. We've got a great money saver on this collection of stamps. And as I said, take a look at our Webisode money saver. It's on the right-hand side of your screen. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just look below the video for the link to paperwishes.com, and you'll find all the money savers and the products that were used. And if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe. We do 3 to 5 of these videos a week, and you don't want to miss anything. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.